It's the gayest podcast ever.
Hello and welcome to the gayest podcast ever. I'm Josh and I'm here with
Eric
and CJ.
Hello, boys. We're back.
We are back.
God, we're back.
For those of you who are listening, we are officially back in the studio. Which
COVID's over. No,
we feel so blessed because, fully vaccinated. Woo-hoo. And
fully vaxxed, ready to party to the max.
Taking it to the next level. So, boys, it's been a minute since we've done a podcast episode.
Yeah.
We
It's
had
like
a full summer.
Something happened in the world.
Well, I mean, season 2 was done during COVID.
Oh my God, I'm so over Zoom.
When would we end? It was back in early summer.
May,
June?
Was it that?
May or
Wow.
June, yeah.
Gosh, I should have looked at all the things that happened in pop culture since then, but the limit does not exist.
That's what pop-up videos for now.
Oh my God.
Bring it back. Can you imagine if VH1 still played music videos?
I loved pop-up video. It was such a good show.
I think
girl.
VH1 does play videos on a certain time
Fun
frame.
fact,
Like
do you know
3
that
in the morning.
Fiona Apple does not actually like apples?
Oh my
I can't
God.
believe you remember that. Although I do remember seeing I think it was the Material Girl one for Madonna, and she's like, she's a Leo, and here's a lion.
I
I
quit.
do remember that pop-up video fact.
I quit.
Well, I mean, that's what they said about like MTV. Like, it doesn't play music videos anymore. Which, Josh, I did watch the Britney documentary this past weekend.
The one on
Which
Netflix?
one?
The one on Netflix. Not Murphy.
Okay. I was
Spears.
like, there's 4.
Yeah. No, I watched it on Sunday, and Dan and Chad kind of got intrigued with it. And then they were like a little involved. And Dan's like, I can't believe this has gone on this long. And I was like, I feel bad for calling her crazy back in 2009.
You're talking about Britney versus Spears, right?
That's the name of the documentary.
Yeah.
The one on Netflix. Britney came out against it, so I've not watched it.
Right. Same.
She posted on her Instagram, and she was just very much like, wow, isn't this funny that things are saying, or something. She alluded to her Instagram, which we believe maybe now she has control back over, is just like lit, and it's so amazing right now.
I think it needs a child rating. Like, she's just
All I've seen is her
post.
breasts like for the past 3
Good
months.
for her, though.
Girl, the bra is off. The restraints are off. I love it.
She's engaged. She took her bra off. We love it.
And my 2 favorite things that have come out since, I guess when we last did a podcast episode, Britney was not free. And since then, we have freed Britney. The conservatorship's not ending. I want to point out to everyone, it is simply being managed by a company that Britney approves of.
Not her dad.
Can you fill me in on the sister part of it, though? Because I'm not fully aware of what that is.
So this is one of my favorite parts that came out of it. Britney recently posted in one of her Instagram, one day, she's like, I'm super sick of all of the, the media and everything. I just need a break from it all. But one day, should I choose to give an interview, my entire family will go running scared.
Really?
She posted that on her Instagram, and shortly after that, Lynn Spears, who has always appeared to have been an ally, it's very recently surfaced she's not an ally. And most recently, Britney spoke out against her, and she's got a book about mental health or something like that. And Britney spoke out against it and against the sister. And so a mental health charity, Jamie Lynn Spears, tried to donate money, and they were like, no, we're good. We don't,
Oh my
we don't want
God.
your money. You're
God.
a predator. And it's like,
Not a predator girl.
yeah, it's crazy. So
Where is Oprah? We need Oprah to get in on this.
she's too busy doing that Adele special. You
Oh
gotta-
my God.
I knew it was only a matter of time before the name got dropped.
To be fair, Oprah is doing an Adele special. So, but
She could do a Britney special too. It's Oprah.
Yeah. She can do anything. We did talk about the Harry and Meghan.
Yes.
That was last
Yeah,
season.
that was so last season.
Last season. It's hard to keep up with the royal drama. They've had a baby since then, though. They had the
Lilibet.
which was the grandma,
The queen.
the queen.
Queen's
I love
nickname, yeah.
The grandma.
Josh would walk through the royal palace like, hey, grandma.
Yeah. And 4 of the royal princesses have had babies now too.
Eugenia and Beatrice both had children.
Yeah,
yes.
the whole Queen Elizabeth. It's why I'm going to do with all these babies? Oh my God.
Poor Prince Philip, R.I.P. Philip passed away. Queen's still kicking at 99 or 98, however old she is.
She gave us a scare. She was in the hospital last week.
She is not giving that throne up to Charles and Camilla. She said, no.
Oh my God. I don't know what witch doctor she found, but she's like got a contract to live
Every
forever.
time Charles walks into a room, she plays Amy Winehouse.
Oh my God.
What one? You tried to
The
make me
no.
Oh, and I said, you tried to take the throne. I
Right.
said, no. That's funny because Spencer and I watched on Netflix the Princess Diana musical. So
I'm sorry, the what?
there's a Princess Diana musical called Diana the Musical.
On what streaming service?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Because it was getting a lot of like really positive reviews, and so me and Spencer watched it because we're a sucker for a musical, and I'm a sucker for anything royal. It's a lot.
Yeah, so I started watching it like one night after the bar, and it was like 2 a.m. and I was drunk, and I was like, "Oh, this will be great." No, it was. Drunk me did not like it at all. Like it's a musical, like Josh said. Like normally those are things I like, but no,
It is. It's different. It's very, I will say the music itself is very like modern. It's definitely a more modern musical. The costume changes were incredible. The way they did some of that type of stuff were fun. But I mean, to hear Camilla, which the woman didn't, I mean, she was a very thin, beautiful woman, which is not how I describe the Duchess.
yeah. And then the person playing Diana was a very tall, like broad-shouldered woman. You're like, who did the casting?
Yeah, she could sing.
Yeah.
But it was definitely different. But so it just made me. And Prince Charles was hot. Like,
That's your first fail right there.
thank you.
Right.
I was like, I don't believe this is Prince
I
Charles. 'cause,
mean,
yeah, I have
Andrew,
him
yes.
too.
Edward, kind of. Like,
Well, I
Charles,
mean,
no.
I guess on stage, like you wouldn't be able to see him as well, but this was for Netflix, so
Yeah, I guess they pre-recorded it before they actually like put it out into the world or whatever. But so Netflix bought it and it's on there. If you're into musicals in the royal family, it's on there.
Is
but
it better than the Grey's Anatomy musical episode?
I don't think so.
well, Grace was a moment in history that will live on forever.
19 and a half seasons later, still kicking.
It just came back on, and we've got some beloved.
Yes, we
characters
know.
coming back.
Addison's career failed. She hasn't had a show on Netflix in like 2 months, so she had to come
Doctor-
back to Grey's Anatomy.
Addison, what's her name in real life?
Kate Walsh.
Kate Walsh.
She's like Netflix's like favorite redhead.
Yeah, but then when she moved to Australia and the pandemic hit, she hasn't been working, so she had to come back to Grey's Anatomy.
During the pandemic.
I mean, we did.
barely work.
We did via Zoom.
Oh my God.
But yeah, because she did the Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella.
She did 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
She's been doing a lot for Netflix. But yeah, Addison's back. They brought back Scott Speedman, who, woof.
I feel like Scott Speedman's in everything lately.
Lovely.
He's in that show Animal Kingdom I watched. I binged that during COVID. And then he was just in season 3 of You. And his role was very minor. I did not really thought it was for Scott Speedman's, acting ability. And he had his shirt on way too much.
Oh, boo. So I know a lot of our listeners watch You. It's very popular. CJ, you don't watch
I
You.
do not watch. Steve does, but I've never watched. I love the main actor.
Penn
Bagley from Gossip Girl.
Loved him in Easy A as well.
Yeah,
Woof.
and our girl from The Haunting of Hill House is now in You.
Oh, okay.
She's got like straight black hair. I think she's also kind of a serial killer. Oh, I'm not giving anything away.
It might be his.
Did they have a baby together?
His wife, Love. Yeah,
Okay.
her name is Love. Yes.
Yeah, because now there's a shit ton of memes with her.
And
all
her twin
over
brother,
the place.
40. Like, this is how original the names
What?
are on these shows.
Say that again.
40 and Love.
Oh,
They
okay.
named their child 40?
Well, that was Love's twin brother in the show. And then when...
Is that Scott?
I don't want to give...
40?
No. Scott Speedman has a different name. He's like their next door
He's
neighbor in
39?
season 3. Shut up!
like a 40-ounce beer.
No. So Love has a twin brother named 40, and then her and Penn Bagley's character have a son, and his name is Henry 40. They name her after her brother. But I'm giving too much away because a lot of people haven't watched season 3 of You.
Well,
Okay.
But I think the last time we were on in season 2, we complained how about there was nothing to watch on TV, and now I feel like Netflix and all these other shows are just exploding with new content. I can't even keep up.
I agree. There's a lot of things. I've started watching on Prime. That's how I watched the Animal Kingdom show. There was 6 seasons of that. Ellen Barkin's in it. She's amazing.
That aired on TNT.
TNT, yes.
Right.
Dexter's coming back now recently. That starts November 7th. I'm excited for that. But that's going to be on Showtime. It's actually not on a streaming service. Because, these streaming services now.
You say that, but
you
Showtime
guys,
has
no,
a streaming
you guys
service.
pay so much for these streaming services now, and I guarantee it's as much as your cable bill used to be.
Probably. I get both cable and all the streaming services. So
I like how you went from cable to like COVID. You were about to be like
COVID.
I subscribe to 3 streaming services.
I borrow 2 of those passwords from you.
Yeah. So
I have
I
them
need your
all.
cable login. Is that a thing?
But yeah, no, there's a bunch of new shows out there right now.
Well, and also a lot of new reboots. So, like you said,
Oh my
Dexter's
God. The
coming
reboots.
back.
We talked about the reboot thing. I gave the Wonder Years exactly 2 episodes, and I was like, stop it.
Well, I guess Dexter's not really a reboot. It's just like a continuation.
Well, and the Wonder Years is actually doing really well for ABC. They just renewed it for season 2.
I couldn't get into it.
We've got Sex and the City that's coming out
Just
soon.
like that, it's coming out.
That's December, I think.
I love some continuations.
They just released a new photo too of Carrie kissing some other man, and I'm like, what is this?
And like this is where when you talk about like a reboot, I guess it's like either a reboot is technically when like they kind of redo like the Wonder Years,
Right.
Like it's not like Kevin Arnold coming back, but Sex and the City is all of our characters coming back.
That's what I said. It's
So
like a
is it like-
continuation.
Which the people want to know, is Samantha dead? Like, did you kill Samantha? Like, what happened?
Oh my! Maybe a bad Botox or
Because John Corbett's coming back and Chris Noth is coming back. There's pictures of Chris are Big and Carrie in Paris. So
Didn't someone just die?
Stanford
Stanford
just died, and then
he was on the show too, right? He was
Gunther
I
from
think they
Friends
filmed
just
episodes.
yeah, he finished his scenes.
Gunther from Friends
just
just
from
died.
Friends just died. It's like all these little side stars.
Yeah, like
Little side stars.
which we
these little dippers.
yeah, we did have the Friends reunion episode.
Wait, I have a question. That's like a star reference. Like, are they baby stars? Are they little dippers?
Yeah, they're just like the little
that's sweet.
dippers. They're not like Sarah
not-
Jessica Parker. They're not the Big Dipper.
They're stars.
Did you just
They're the
coin
little-
that?
I think I
I
did.
Hashtag
like
Little
it.
Dipper.
Hashtag Little Dipper. Oh my gosh. All of you little starring roles in those little fart commercials.
And speaking of, I missed you 2 little dippers in the podcast.
Oh my god!
This is so
You
nice.
saw us like every other day.
This is going to be edited out for content because we can't have people hear this. Well, that kind of, that was a lot of TV that we just went down that rabbit hole real quick on all that TV, didn't we?
What else were we supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot. Still, we didn't even like really talk about like specific TV shows. Like
and the weather just like dropped and changed, and
Oh my
we're getting to that
God.
point when it's dark out. I don't leave my house.
we just talked about this on the way here. Like it was one of those situations. Like, is it allergies or is it COVID? Like we're like so like in tune with like, oh god, you've got a cough or you're sniffly.
It's like you're not allowed to have any other disease now. Like you're not allowed to have a fall allergy or a
Right.
sniffle or a cold. Like nothing.
Everyone's so paranoid. I just got my booster shot yesterday and it knocked me on my ass. So of course I'm taking cold medication and drinking wine, so it's all good.
That's exactly what the doctor
Like
prescribed.
a champ. I'm the Lucille Ball of podcasts.
Okay, Nicole Kidman, slow your roll.
Oh my God, Nicole Kidman's becoming the new Kay Walsh of the Netflix and the Hulu shows and everything.
So, did you see a trailer? I have a feeling it's gonna divide the internet. Like the whole Nicole Kidman as Lucille Ball. Like, have you seen the trailer?
I like the photos. I have not
do
seen the trailer.
She's playing Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know this.
For Amazon.
I don't know how I
is-
feel about this.
So I will say this: they were very smart about the trailer. The trailer does not show her full on, face on, in color as Lucille Ball. You hear her voice, and she sounds just like Lucille Ball. So whoever her voice dialect, clearly she's Australian and she does American. Right. She can do a lot of different things. So her voice dialect coach is very good. But the only photo or the only like facial that you'll see of Nicole Kidman is her doing the wine stomping, and it's in black and white.
I love it.
And she looks just like her.
Iconic scene too.
Who's playing the best friend?
I don't know who's playing the best friend. Javier Bardem or whatever.
It's
Javier
Desi.
is
Desi,
Desi.
but who's Ethel?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So the whole premise.
It's not Reese. I mean, they're besties. Like
The whole premise of the I think it's a movie. I think it's a movie for Amazon. Is set over 4 days of filming I Love Lucy.
I mean, okay, but let's just like roll back to like, I don't know, 2002 or whatever it came out, when Nicole Kidman played like the Bewitched, and I just like
that's one of my guilty pleasures.
I actually love it
so
with Will
much.
Ferrell
You guys
and Nicole
stop.
Kidman. It's so good. I think
it was better than Stepford Wives, which I thought was terrible.
It is really one of those. If it's on, I'll watch it, and it's just feel good movie for me.
Oh my god, I can't.
Yeah, no, you just because it's like it. I mean, it was ahead of its time on the reboot thing. It totally took a reboot to a whole new direction. Like,
it's probably what started this goddamn thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, give it to Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, Nicole just did the 9 Perfect Strangers, which we watched, and she was a weirdo.
Oh, that was a weird little series, but I loved Bobby Cannavale, and I loved Melissa McCarthy in that. I thought it was really good.
Is Bobby Cannavale opposite Melissa McCarthy?
Yes,
is he the ex-rugby player? Or football
player,
soccer, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever they call it, wherever.
It's Melissa McCarthy's love interest in the show.
Okay, so I didn't know who was playing because I read the book. I didn't watch the TV show, but in the book, I didn't picture him as attractive as Bobby Cannavale.
Oh,
so I'm excited for that.
He is very attractive in the show too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was super cute, and their dialogue is so funny. Like it's just like
because he's got like a back injury or a knee injury or something.
And an opiate problem.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah.
That's new.
But like it's all about like this microdosing and going to this retreat, and like, you know, this one couple comes with their daughter, and their son, who is the daughter's twin brother, committed suicide, and so she's microdosing them to like help them see their son / brother, and it gets very intense for a while.
It is intense, and
they have these smoothies every morning. Like,
Masha.
It's a lot, Masha.
Yeah. But it was a different role for her. I kind of liked her in this like creepy.
So the author of that book did Big Little Lies.
Okay, so that makes sense.
So she wrote this. She wrote Big Little Lies. She wrote 9
Another
Perfect
great
Strangers.
show.
Right.
Lane
Which are we getting? We're not
Marty.
getting another season of that, or no?
No,
We
it's
weren't
done.
supposed to get a season 2 of that show.
Reese and Carrie are doing a second season of their
Little Fires
Everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. Which a lot of people, I don't know, there was mixed reviews on that.
I hated the book. So
you didn't like the book.
I
Okay.
hated how it ended, so I never even watched the TV. And it was hard.
And Reese has the newsroom thing going with
the
JA right
morning
now.
show.
Yeah.
That's season 2 just came back with that.
Well, and I heard
And she's like a lesbian with Juliana Margulies.
I just heard my girl, my good wife. I love Nurse Hathaway.
Let's be honest.
I love her.
It's a
In
good
fact,
role for both of them.
This is actually a really good discussion point. So she was just on like Good Morning America, one of the TV shows, Juliana Margulies, and they asked her, they're like, so like, how do you feel being a straight woman playing a gay role? And that's been like a big hot topic with people, like, you know, straight actors playing gay roles. And her comeback was, and I'm a gay man and I kind of support her. She literally said, she's like, you don't know everything about me. You don't know my backstory. Like, I would never play someone of a different race. That's something I couldn't do. She's like, but you don't know. You're not asking. I'm not letting you into every facet of me. She goes, also, like, I've played a divorced woman. I've played a woman who couldn't have children. Like, I'm allowed to play those roles. Like, what is kind of the difference?
Oh my god, and I loved her in The Good Wife. It was like one of my... I would have loved to have seen like The Good Wife on like a streaming service where they didn't have to filter so much.
Oh, but you would have got all the good sex.
Oh, yeah. Like, all
the
of
good
it.
sex. Yeah, it was... Because they were almost... I mean, as it was, they stimulated... I mean, you saw... She was wearing those tight little skirts and... fingers would go away and she'd kind of read her head back and you're like, I know what's happening here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, agreed. We would have saw it in a streaming service. But
I get kind of disappointed when like really good shows that I want to watch are like, on NBC, and I'm like, boo.
Yeah.
Like, I want
You
the
better
good
get that
stuff.
Peacock.
So going back to that, are you okay with straight people playing gay roles?
It depends on the role. I mean, if it's the right actor, sure. I think we should always make sure that
But hold on.
gay actors are being considered, but ultimately I think it should come down to the person who has the best for the role.
Are you telling me that you wouldn't mind 2 straight actors playing in a gay role where you get to see them naked on a show on Netflix?
I mean, I watch those all the time.
I'm like, that definitely is like...
Well, that sounds like porn. That sounds like gay for pay.
Well, okay, I was going to say, like, there is real porn where people are
much
gay
pay?
for pay. Like, and they're quote-unquote straight actors that are having
and then, like,
gay
so
sex.
I think, though, my big thing with that is, like, I think then you have to say is, like, okay, but I also want gay actors to be able to portray straight roles, like our boo in Bridgerton.
Right.
The oldest brother, Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
He's gay in real life,
Yeah.
and here he is playing a straight man.
Right.
So if we're okay with that and we want gay actors to be considered for any role, then I think we need to be... I think we need...
But I love
it's a two-edged
when
street.
Rob Stark from Game of Thrones played in the Elton John movie.
Right.
When he played the gay role, I was like, yes, like, bring it.
Yeah, well, because you have a fantasy about straight men being gay,
even
it sounds like.
Edgar Tarrington is straight
I
as
formerly
well.
was one.
And then Malik, that was in the Queen movie, like Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, they're all straight men. Like, they're playing these epic roles.
Yeah. So I mean it's been this way for a while, and I think that the number one thing that we have to be considerate, right, is like I think the main thing is we want we want actors who are LGBTQ in the room. We want them to be considered and stuff like that. And I think for the longest time they weren't hiring those people for those types of roles.
Right.
And now I think they are. I think the tide is
Enter Ryan
turning.
Murphy.
Well, you know, and right now too, I think we're just happy to see these roles in mainstream media where, you know, they were kind of brushed aside before. Like, there's main movies that come out with the star is LGBTQ. So
Yeah, because for the longest time, to get an Oscar, you either had to go gay or lose 30 pounds. Like, it was crazy, right? You had to lose or gain. Like, you'd either had to do an extreme weight loss or go gay, and that's how you won an Oscar. I mean,
Or
Matthew
start a
McConaughey. Who is the guy that
Jared Leto.
I was like the guy in 30 Seconds to Mars. I couldn't remember his name. Jared Leto. Eddie Redmayne. I mean, all these people portrayed members of the LGBTQ community and got Oscars, and it was like, well, you know, enter, you know, like a Billy Porter, who is, you know, fucking amazing. Like,
100%.
who doesn't love Billy Porter?
I do.
Yeah, we all love Billy Porter. Like, he's our little fairy godmother. And if you've not watched
Literally.
Cinderella with Camila Cabello and Idina Menzel on Enterprise, Lord on Amazon.
Yes.
Have you not watched it?
I've never seen it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
it's
so it's kind of fun. So it's a musical adaptation of Cinderella.
Oh, good. Another musical.
No,
but-
it's like modern music.
Modern music, like
I did watch
Salt
Hamilton.
and
I gave you guys that.
Or, no, Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
They do Rhythm Nation. They do.
Oh, wait. What is
You
this
did
called?
watch
Yeah,
this.
I did
Cinderella.
watch. Yeah,
What's this called? Cinderella.
I did watch this.
Oh,
yes.
wait a minute. We had
Oh
this
no,
discussion.
I was watching it with Chris when we were up north, and I literally fell asleep. But I did appreciate it, and then I finished it.
Desiree, you gotta be.
I mean,
bad.
I
You gotta
watched
be
it. I
bold.
saw it
You
once.
gotta
It
be-
won't happen again.
Oh my gosh, my mom's watched it like 30 times. She can't stop watching it.
Love her. Love your mom.
All right, well, let's take a quick little break. I was gonna say a siesta. We are not taking a nap while we record this
That daylight
podcast.
savings time is
Let's take
sneaking
a
up on
quick
you.
little break, and when we come back, we'll dive right back in. All right, stay tuned. And we're back. Speaking of who's back. Hello. No, I can't even.
I was like, Slim Shady's here? Guess
Right.
who's back?
Back again. He has a new spaghetti place downtown. Mom spaghetti.
Pass.
I mean, did he
hard
throw it
pass.
up all over himself, though? So who wants to eat that?
Mom, it's literally throw up. Like, why
Yeah.
would you name your restaurant after throwing
But
up?
it's also just a spaghetti restaurant.
Okay, we're
Like,
getting off track. Let's go back to Adele.
We're pivoting back to
Yeah.
Adele. Adele. Last time we talked, oh my God, I feel like every time we talked about new music, we're like, Adele's coming.
Oh.
And then she's like, COVID, we're going to pause.
Yeah, a year ago we were like, oh, it's going to come out for Thanksgiving. And then it was April. And now it's
Oh,
here.
we were close. It was Thanksgiving, just of the wrong year.
Yeah, wong year.
So give me some insight. Like, I've heard the song. Obviously, you guys have played it 25 times when we've been
Easy on
together.
me.
And the
So
video.
is she's referencing her marriage,
The divorce.
the
Right.
divorce.
Yes.
But like how she never got to explore. Like, tell me, so what's the song about? Give me your insight.
So to me, and everything I've kind of listened to and heard from her, she's the album coming out was 30, and 30 was the year that they officially got divorced. So I feel she's like, the way I saw something and I sent it to CJ, it was like Adele goes, "This is the album that I'm gonna explain." My son asked why we got divorced. I'm gonna tell him, listen to this album. And so I saw a meme and it was like, "Mom, like, why did Dad do this?" She's like, "Track number 5, honey." But like, so I think it's going to be a really, really like dark, sad album, and I'm so excited for it. Because
I don't get the video. Like, she's driving down the road and the wedding couple passes her, and
I think it's just about go easy on me. Like, it's been a rough time, and it's like I've a lot of times in the song she talks about sacrificing the stuff she did for her son and for her ex-husband, and it's just very, very deep into the part. Like, she talks about being young and making these decisions, and she made these decisions because she thought that was the only thing she could do or that she had to do, and now that's just, she's like, go easy on me, like, like give me some space, give me some breathing room so we can all kind of figure out this next life, this next
steps in her journey.
Yeah, I mean, I think she said it was all new to her, having a kid, getting married, and like, she didn't make all the best decisions. None of us make all the right decisions,
especially in your 20s. You have no business getting married in like your 20s. Like,
right?
you don't have a damn clue who you are. Sorry to all you people that are getting married. I mean, you may.
Good luck.
Yeah, like,
just go easy on yourself. But no, I think that's what it is. I think it's just that message of, and I think that's why it's number 1 in America. Billboard it literally hit number 6. No, it hit I apologize. It hit like number 30 something in just the 5 hours it was released in the US, because it was released at midnight.
Well, every gay was like up on their phone waiting for it. I'm like, I literally woke up that morning. I'm like, 13 text messages. Like,
I had a YouTube notification that down to a countdown, and then I just watched it. And then literally Spencer's like trying to install our new fridge, and I'm just like, he's like, "Babe, I need you." And I was like, 1 second.
Actually, 38 seconds to be exact.
And it's a long music video. It's like 4.5 minutes.
Because when we were in Florida before COVID hit, when the Jonas Brothers video came out, like, he was watching in the bed next to us, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I don't pay for extra like streaming services. I pay for YouTube Premium, so I literally don't have commercials with my YouTube because I watch music videos.
I mean, it's what a man got to do.
And it did get a lot of like comments about how similar it was to Hello, and I think the video being mostly in like that black and white.
I think it was the same director.
Yeah, it does look very similar. Both came out the same year. They're both like a mid-tempo ballad.
It'll be interesting. I mean, clearly it's doing very well for her. It was like, it went right to number 1. It did 30 million. It had more Spotify.
Well, it's a breakup album. I mean,
yeah.
Don't worry, Kelly's will be out in 3 months or whatever.
Yeah, she's taking a break for the holidays.
I mean,
even her Christmas album.
Taylor's run out of breakup albums, so
she's re-releasing them, girl.
Okay.
Sad Girl Autumn. Speaking of, no, that's really good, because so the main reason I knew that Adele was releasing the new album, and as I text you guys, I was like, guys, Taylor moved up her re-release of Red, which, so fucking excited for Red, the re-release, but she moved it up a whole week, and the only reason Taylor Swift will move an album is because of Adele. She's the only person that can sell more albums than her.
Does this mean I have to watch another stupid documentary with producer Chad?
I'm sure.
I hope so. I'm here for it. Spencer literally said the other day, he's like, if Taylor Swift comes in a concert, he's like, I don't want to. I'll go with Chad. Me and Chad will go see Taylor.
Do you think she'll do a documentary of like re-recording everything, like her in the studio, like trying to like sound the same, but also put a new like spin on it?
I mean, speaking of new spins, though, I'm going to backtrack back to Adele. Divorce looks good on her.
Oh my god!
Oh,
like the leather outfit she was wearing at the basketball game the other night. I was like, previously I was married and divorced, and I was like, I miss my divorce body.
Right.
It was like, it really is the best body you can get.
She looks so hot, and her stylist. Man, her stylist is on fucking point. You're right.
agree.
That brown leather and the Vogue cover. The Vogue covers.
Even her hair, I'm like, is that real? Are those curls real? Like, does your hair just sit like that?
Oh, she always had gorgeous, like, huge
My friend
hair.
in LA says every single celebrity has extensions. Every single celebrity has fake hair.
I'm sure.
Every
Well, duh.
single one. So I don't know if it's real or not, but
Take it out.
Except
put it in.
Britney doesn't. No, just
no.
kidding.
Oh, Britney's got that bad extensions. Her conservatorship wouldn't let her spend no money on
Right.
it. Now that she's got that money, maybe she can get that good weave, that Beyonce hair.
She had to put it in herself. Her new fiance is like putting our kids are putting it in.
Oh my gosh.
So she only has the one kid, right, Adele?
Yeah. Simon?
No, I thought Simon was the ex-husband.
Yeah, I
sorry.
think that's the husband.
Oh, what's the name of the kid?
And who
Dale
cares?
Jr. I don't know.
Adele Jr.
Who cares?
B-Dell?
AJ? Why did they get divorced? Like, what is the
We
reason?
don't know really.
We have to listen to the album?
Track
Yes.
number 10.
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
yet. Like,
With the time.
Just
maybe
like
they should do it with Eminem and you'll talk about his mom's spaghetti and we'll figure it all out.
I'm not
okay?
buying both CDs from Sam Goody. It better
my
be
God.
one album.
Sam, for our listeners who were born after 1985, like Sam Goody was a music
I didn't say
store.
Harmony House. No.
oh my god, her and Kelly need a song just about their divorces. I would live.
Well, Kelly's going to be called I Got the Ranch in Montana.
right.
But
I
you
got-
gotta pay that damn what's it called? Alimony.
Alimony.
That's insane.
Isn't it like $650,000 or something?
A
month? Yeah.
She can afford
it's
it.
over $500,000.
Well, she's going to be like the new Ellen. I mean, let's face it.
Well, I love that journey for her, but
I mean,
that money's hers. Once
Portia's
she got-
already contracted her divorce lawyer.
Man, that just is. Oh, I don't like that. Brandon, leave Kelly alone.
I'll just need you guys to pinpoint the crucial songs that I need to listen to on the album because I'm not going to sit there and listen to the album. In fact, I may block you both on November 19th from my phone.
It's okay. You're hosting Friendsgiving
Right.
the next night.
That's the day the album comes
It'll be
out.
playing
I'll
in the background.
have a full 24 hours before I see
Literally,
you.
when we went to their pumpkin carving party that Steve and CJ hosted, I literally was like, I can't hear the song one more time. And I walked downstairs and it was playing
And I
on like
put up the
their
music
big
video?
projector screen.
That's
I'm
right.
like, you have got to be kidding me.
Spencer said a couple times, like, hey, like, oh, like, we had people over. He's like, oh, like, turn on some music. I was like, okay. And then he's like, dun, dun. And he was sad music. He's like, no more Adele. Like, he's ready to put on fucking Jingle Bells. And
I am so over
I'm
Sad Girl.
I'm ready. And like the new Taylor Swift album, we're getting a 10-minute version of All Too Well.
Wow.
10 minutes, and it's explicit. That's the one about Jake Gyllenhaal. So we are ready.
I want the details.
Swifties, we
I
are
want the
ready.
details.
I just want Taylor Taylor
Wow.
Swift sex life.
I mean, Joe
I want her
Alwyn,
ex-boyfriend list.
I know. I'm just looking at her, this Bad Blood poster that Chad has hanging up in the studio, and it's giving me goosebumps. I love it.
Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes.
The dark hair. It's very Black Swan.
Yeah. Well, speaking of people who kind of do music, well, I mean, clearly they do music, but the people that kind of do music is like, all right, so what is up with Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox?
Yeah, please.
Are they like, are they vampires? Are they drinking
Did
each
you
other's
see the
blood?
GIF? I sent you guys the GIF where it's like, and it's Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox, Kourtney Kardashian, and Travis Barker, and it was like when the waitresses date the kitchen staff. I literally died.
That was funny.
I literally died.
So like, so for those of you who don't know, Machine Gun Kelly is dating Megan Fox.
The former Mrs. Brian Austin Green.
Yeah, she was in Transformers. If you don't know what else she's done, I don't really know either.
She was on that Hope and Faith show with Kelly Ripa. That's where she got her start.
Was she like 12?
She was the daughter. She was 18. That's where
That-
her and Brian Austin Green met.
That was her first face.
Yes.
That
Whoa!
was 2 noses ago.
Oh my God! The library is open.
So she's dating Machine Gun Kelly. Is
Yes.
he British or Australian or something?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you one song that man sings.
I
just don't get why they all have to kiss with their tongues and mouth open all the time. We get it.
I don't like kissing with your tongue out. That looks
PTA.
weird.
Yeah.
But and so are they best friends with Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian?
I think Travis and
Machine Gun
Kelly make a lot of music together. I couldn't tell you. I'm a big fan of the Kardashians, so I just...
You are? Oh my God. You heard it here first.
I don't know any of their music. I mean, I only know Travis from like Blink-182. But I mean, he managed to get Kourtney locked down, and
I saw a meme and it was like what Scott couldn't do in a decade.
11
Travis
years.
did in 10 months.
Seriously.
He
he
must
got
got
her
some good
engaged and
dick.
locked her down, and that ring was like $1 million. Like, no, it's a very beautiful ring.
So they're engaged.
They're engaged.
Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker of Blink 182.
Correct.
What do you do with an $11 million ring?
Oh, no, just, I think one. I don't think he has $11 million.
No, you said what? How much was
What's
the ring?
my ring again?
Yeah.
What's my ring?
Oh,
again?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a beautiful ring. I thought it was like about $1 million. Is what I
Okay, $1
thought.
million. That's a little more reasonable.
Because she has 3 kids with him, with Scott Disick. And then Travis was previously married to Shannon Moakler, and she had a daughter which he adopted, and then they had 2 children together. And the day of the engagement announcement, Shannon Moakler shut down her Instagram and was like closed for spiritual healing. And I don't think like Shannon Moakler or Scott Disick are taking the engagement very well at all. But it
is very quick.
It's very quick. But she went through that relationship with him, and we watched it all play out on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and it was very tumultuous. Like, he was
Scott Disick is a
giant douchebag. Like, literally they have 3 kids, and he was never ever he never ever got her to settle down. She literally would say on the show, like, I'm never going to marry him.
Yeah. The only nice thing I can say about Scott Disick is I think he's got some good genes.
I feel like all
those
people,
kids are cute. Like, that's all I can say.
I hope this one lasts, because I feel like the Kardashians have terrible taste.
They're all going to be on like the next season of Celebrity Big Brother. Like, they're all like CD list.
Because also the last time we spoke, was Kim and Kanye still married?
I think so.
You mean Yee?
Yee. Oh, he changed his name. For those of you who don't know, Kanye officially changed his name to Yee.
That's what they were going to name their last child, was Psalm. Psalm is what they named him, but they were going to name him Ye.
I didn't hate the name Psalm. I think it's kind of cute.
Right.
And he did that whole Sunday service thing. It was kind of on brand. I mean, personally, I wouldn't name my baby about the brand I'm a part of, but to each their own. But yeah, so are they divorced? Are they not? Like, I couldn't tell from the last.
I think they're in the final
stunt.
steps of finalizing it. Like, it was just announced that she's going to get the house, and she's going to have to pay him for the house and everything in it, because she lives in Lisa Marie Presley's old house in Hidden Hills, and they transformed it. And there was just an article,
because that's some good juju you want in your life.
There was an article the other day that I guess their daughter North is very goth, and she tries to hurt Kim Kardashian's feelings by telling her how, your house is so ugly, everything's just so white. Who would want to live here?
Oh no, I would watch that. When's that show?
If you're ever on Instagram, there is this Instagram account. It's called like Nori's Black Book, and it's this woman, and she pretends
like Nori's Black Book or Nori's Burn Book.
No, it's Nori's Black Book, and she pretends. Like, this woman pretends, and like all the Kardashians have commented about how funny it is, and it's supposed to be from North's point of view of like the whole family, and she writes all these digs and burns and everything, and it was
there used to be an Instagram
Aunt Courtney got engaged to this man with tats.
There used to be an Instagram account or Twitter, I can't remember what one. It was called Surrey's Burn Book, and it was Surrey Cruise, and it was Surrey.
Where in the world is Surrey Cruise?
And Surrey Cruise, what she would do
Downtown
is she would post photos of other celebrity kids, and she would like read them for filth. Like, she really hated Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner's kids. Like, every time she'd see like Violet and Serafina,
hates anything about Jennifer Garner.
Well, Surrey Cruise did, and it was from the viewpoint of Surrey Cruise, and Surrey Cruise would see like, oh, look at Serafina again, like picking her nose. How typical.
Yeah, it's things like that. Yeah. Like, I find these like little things hilarious.
Oh my god!
And she calls like their best friends. Like, she'll be like, the Malikas came over today.
They should do a reality show of just all like these celebrity kids, like Michelle Williams' daughter, Surrey.
Because they're all gonna be teenagers.
What are you talking
now.
about? The Kardashians are starting the next generation with all these girls and their daughters and everything. It's crazy. But I do have to give
kids.
I have to give props to Kim Kardashian. She killed it on SNL. I mean, she literally ripped on her whole family. Like, there was a skit of her pretending to be Kourtney and Travis, and she was just like making out, and they were holding their tongues out, and she's like, babe, and then like she ripped on her mom the whole time. She did a really good job on Saturday Night Live, and people gave her a lot of shit because they did not think that, a non-celebrity, but I mean, she's one of the most famous people in the world, should be hosting SNL. Like, Deborah Messing went on her Instagram and was saying stuff about it, because Deborah Messing's never been able to host SNL. Like,
and she has an Emmy.
Well, I mean, yeah, but she's also... I like Deborah Messing, but she seems to be very angry, and if you don't follow her opinion, then you just shouldn't have an opinion.
I think she since apologized, or she said something along the lines of I'm sorry if she took that comment whatever way.
And you can say what you want about the Kardashians, but they've done something right. I mean, 2 of them are billionaires. I mean, they've slept with half of the basketball players in the NBA.
I guess if that's what you want to put your coat on. But yeah, no, it's, and the only, I guess I didn't watch it. But the only thing I did hear about was the father, the O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, there were a couple jokes where you're always just gonna be like, ugh, and Nicole Brown's family wasn't happy about it.
Yeah,
I understand. But it's SNL, and those are things they do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's been years. Come on.
There's been several TV shows and made-for-TV movies since then. Right. But yeah, oh well. Is Kim dating anyone? Is it the
I think Elizabeth Taylor Jr. needs a break.
Yeah.
She needs to just focus on Skims and her kids.
Skims and her kids.
Does she own part of Skims?
I believe so, yeah.
Because I just saw that they just launched a huge partnership with a really high fashion line like Fendi or Coach or something, and they're now doing a Prada line of Skims or something.
And there's a new Kardashian baby on the way. Kylie's pregnant. She's pregnant with her second.
What one's Kylie?
The youngest one, the first billionaire.
Oh yeah, the makeup
lip
one.
Not the model one.
Kylie, no, that's
one.
Kendall.
Okay,
Yeah.
I always get those two confused.
Kendall hasn't. She's the only one without a baby.
Got you. Interesting.
Wait, which one doesn't have a baby?
Kendall.
The young one?
Kylie's the youngest.
Oh my God, I can't keep up with them.
And that's why I think I get confused.
Yeah.
Well, and Courtney's the oldest, right?
Right.
Courtney's
Kim was the oldest. Well, she's 42. Kim's 40, 41, something like that.
Can't keep up with those Kardashians, can we?
Well, they're coming to Hulu now, so you can keep up again.
Oh, no.
So their E deal expired.
Yeah, and now they're going to Hulu.
I mean, is there anything on E anymore anyways?
Not since Joan Rivers died.
Right,
Whoa.
pretty much. That red carpet special.
Yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense because Ryan Seacrest,
Seacrest,
whatever his name is, he moved to ABC. ABC's owned by Disney. Hulu's owned by Disney.
Right, 'cause he's
so that
back
actually
on
makes a lot of sense.
American Idol.
Yeah, and he did all those damn Disney sing-along specials during COVID. And he's American Idol's on ABC, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. No, they followed where Ryan went. Smart. Yeah. I wonder who his next flavor
Breakouts
of the week.
breakouts are.
Do you think if the Kardashians...
I heard Julianne Huff's a single again.
Oh my God. Do you think if the Kardashians are in Hulu, they're going to show a little more risque stuff?
No.
I don't know. Depends on what momager has signed them up for.
I can't.
I guess we'll see. I bet she's getting 15% now.
Whatever the money asks for is what they'll get.
Yeah.
Just put those little mouse ears on Kris Kardashian. Call her happy. All right. Well, let's take another quick little break, refill our drinks, and when we come back, we'll finish her up. Shoot her down.
Oh, God.
And we're back. And one kind of show that I know I feel like everyone's been telling me to watch, and I haven't had the wherewithal to go down that rabbit hole yet because I've just not been able to bring myself to watch it because I heard it's kind of heavy. But everyone's been telling me, and I think it's going to get a lot of love at the Golden Globes and shit. Eric, you've watched it. It's Netflix's new show, Maid.
It's
MAID,
so good. Yes.
like a cleaning woman.
So it stars Margaret Qualley, who is Andie MacDowell's daughter, and Andie MacDowell is also in the show. And then Nick Robinson, who was from
Love, Simon,
is also in it.
So it's based on a true story, or like a?
I don't know if it. Yes, I think it is based on a true story.
I think it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, she's in this emotional, abusive relationship, and she takes her daughter and she leaves in the middle of the night, and then you see all the struggles she goes through, and you see how hard it is for women to get out of these situations, and she goes to the food stamp and all these places and is trying to get help, and she's literally gone through 7 different networks to try and get an apartment and food for her daughter, and becomes this maid, and has to take a ferry every day to work, and the show hit me a lot harder than I thought it was going to. Like, I literally cried a couple times.
Sad one then.
I heard that it is one of the most accurate portrayals of American life that we're not even we don't even bring attention to.
Oh yeah,
Like,
and it's just like people trying to get out, and you see how they fall back into old habits and go back to the situation. And just the time to be kind to people and try and understand where other people are coming from. I thought it was an amazing show. It was very well written. I'm very curious for when you both watch it, how you feel. I mean, CJ, I think you'll do great. Josh, bring some Kleenex.
I think I've watched the trailer probably 4 or 5 times.
watched it at least
just
twice.
Can't pull the trigger yet.
I watched it twice, and I'm just
by the second episode, if you're not binging it, I literally wanted to call off work just to watch it. It was so good.
I did watch an interview with Andy McDowell, and she talked about, because her real life daughter is the main person, and she talked about how weird it was to play this mom role that is so unlike her.
Oh, she's bipolar in the show. It was crazy.
It was a great experience.
She's not a supportive mom, and
not at all.
And she said her and her daughter have a great relationship.
Oh yeah, it was a really good show. You both should watch it, but it does show how it's not always just physical abuse.
Yeah,
the emotional abuse that she goes through, and the father from Twilight, Billy Cudrup. I think that's his name.
Jenny Garthsext?
No. That's Peter Fasinelli. Bella's father.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in it, and he plays her dad, and you just learn of all this stuff from her childhood and everything, and how she's trying to shield her daughter and their poor living conditions that they have to go to, and what these moms have to do and go through, and the places they have to live, and it's really hard to watch, but it makes you appreciate what you have, and it's the things that mothers will do for their children, and it doesn't always have to be physical to where somebody has to physically put their hands on you. What she goes through, him screaming at her and him putting his fist through walls right next to her face, that's
traumatic.
It's pretty intense. Just be prepared. But it was an excellent show, and I agree. The Emmys, the SAGs, I think it's really going to push her into stardom.
I don't know if I can watch it during the holidays. I get so emotional anyways during the holidays.
It sounds like a November Thanksgiving type of show.
Yeah, please, before you get to December, start watching it.
I'll just do a Hallmark movie in between every episode or something.
But it's also what's been going on in the news lately with this Gabby and Brian thing.
Okay, and so we were kind of talking about this on the break. So I just want to, because there's been a lot of people dying, I feel like. And so Gabby...
She was an influencer.
Okay, right. And she died. She was the one where the boyfriend would not help the police, right?
No, he literally, something happened, and then he went back home to Florida. They were in the Utah, Wyoming area, exploring all the national parks, and then he went home and immediately hired a lawyer, and they would not comment on anything.
Okay. So,
but then there was
forward
the video
to this week,
right? But the video
found his body.
Yeah,
that's not been. Yes, they found a body, but then they did the autopsy, and now it's come back inconclusive.
Oh,
so they found items near him, but it's just before all that. Her family was begging for answers.
Did he cut off a limb and just throw it in the swamp or whatever? They try to.
I have no idea how it happened. Everyone knew because there was footage.
I thought that Brian did it. I thought that the boyfriend did it.
Oh, he did do it. There was footage.
Do you think he killed himself, or did someone kill him?
Oh, I think he killed himself. I think he knew that he was getting caught. I think what happened, and total speculation, but I think that he panicked. Something happened. There was police footage of them earlier in the week, on the body cams, and they made them separate for the night and go to a hotel. She had hit him or he had hit her. I don't know all the facts, but they made them separate and go to separate hotels for the night. And then I think they panicked and got into an argument. He strangled her or something because she was just found in this, ravine or something in the middle of nowhere in Wyoming.
So got you. So all right, and this is, I guess, where I was confused. I didn't realize that this guy, because I honestly thought that guy was hidden somewhere by his parents and he just was never going to come out of hiding, or they got him to Sweden or something. They got him out of the country. But no, they think that this body is his.
Remains.
It's not even
it was
a
found
body.
Near his stuff. Yeah.
But remains. That sounds like.
Well, he's in Florida. You know those gators and stuff.
Oh,
but
that's what I'm saying.
Also, I don't understand how. It's just the media and everything that all they went through. He literally went home, and then all of a sudden he disappeared from his family home where the FBI and all the cops were watching the house around the clock. Like, how did he get out? And
Not
then
even
dogs,
the
a
FBI.
bounty hunter got involved, and he was searching for him.
The newspaper people. We've seen these paparazzi, what they do to Britney and to the Kardashians.
Yep.
We've seen what they do. Blake Lively just recently went after some photogs
Ooh, I
on
saw that.
Instagram.
I saw that.
Because she was like, they posted this photo and she was like, you told me you would not buy photos from them. You're like, she goes, this day when we had our kids and they were like in Halloween costume or something, or so, and she was like, this was a terrible day. We were harassed. And so it's like, so even if the FBI didn't find them, you think the photographers would have been following him, like.
And yeah, there's all this speculation too where his parents were on the trail or something and where he was located. And you're getting all these stories from all these different news medias, and I feel bad for her parents. Like, they're just never going to get closure if that's him. He just wouldn't even talk. It's horrible.
Yeah.
You know, Ryan Murphy's just sitting back writing that script, like American Crime Story,
Stop
Gabby
it.
and Brian.
But yeah, no, and like just like Nicole Brown Simpson was the main murder victim of that, but you don't think about, is it Ron
Goldman?
Right, yeah.
Ron Goldman, just like his family, and that was one thing that they portrayed in Ryan Murphy's American Crime Story, was like you didn't think about the family of him because they were just like, we're just taking a back
focused on
seat,
Nicole,
yeah.
like, and it's like that sucks, and that sucks for her parents because they need closure, they need to move on. They need, I don't know, that doesn't come across super crass, but like they need closure to move on is what I should have said. Because that's rough. I mean, she was so young.
So young. I can't even imagine what her parents were like going through too. Like her mom had talked to her like 3 days before, and then just all communication had shut off. And then literally he drove all the way back home to Florida from Wyoming, and that was just it. And then lawyered up and wouldn't speak to anybody. And, you know, there were people putting signs on his parents, because I guess his sister's name is Cassie, and they were putting signs on his parents' lawn, like, what if this was Cassie, and the way that his parents were reacting. Obviously, that's not something a sign you want to see on your lawn about your own child, but you need to have some sort of respect for, you know, what's going on with this other situation. But I mean, nobody has respect for anything anymore in this world, I feel. I mean, Donald Trump Jr. now has released these t-shirts about Alec Baldwin.
Oh my gosh.
And this horrible shooting on set where this, you know, prop gun had murdered this girl on the set, and it's literally the shirts that he is charging $27.99 for say guns don't kill people, Alec Baldwin kills people.
Well, I mean, he's a Trump. He's gonna, first of all, he's after that money.
You're just playing on other people's tragedy, though.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it's disgusting.
it is disgusting. Have some
And-
respect.
Right, yeah. Disgusting. And like, yeah, just like remember when Kathy Griffin did like the
Donald Trump-
the
right.
Donald Trump
Bloody head thing,
the bloody
yeah.
head thing. And like they read her for filth, like, but you're not gonna see Fox News or the right read Donald
No, and
Trump
I can't wait for
filth.
this shirt to get turned around into a political thing for 2024.
Yeah. And that whole gun on set thing with the whole Alec Baldwin is really, really messed up, because now a bunch of stuff is coming out that the assistant director was like fired from his last job.
I did see that for faulty
for
prop
faulty
use, yeah.
prop stuff.
The more
and,
details that come out is just crazy.
and like hours before the accident. I'm going to call it an accident because I truly do believe, and again, this is speculation, I truly believe that Alec Baldwin didn't know that gun was loaded. I think he was given a prop and he used it and thought it was good to go. But before the incident happened, half of the crew, or not half, I shouldn't say, a chunk of the crew walked away for unsafe working conditions. Like, what is happening on the set of this movie? Like, shut it down for sure.
Right. And then, there's all the comments like, well, why was Alec Baldwin pointing it at the camera? And I'm like, have you not seen any TV or movie show?
Right, what if it was an artistic shot?
They always do the one shot, like the camera
watched
going on the
Quentin
barrel.
Tarantino?
I was just going to say Quentin Tarantino.
My God, Kill Bill.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
The Housewives of Beverly Hills just had dinner in that restaurant the other night.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Kill Bill, and I know this is slightly off subject, but I just saw a poster today. It's a fan fiction, but of Zendaya playing like the little girl.
Of
Jennifer A.
Veronica.
Fox. Yeah.
What's her name? Is it Veronica? No.
Viper or something.
Veronica Mars?
Veronica.
Vivica A. Fox.
Yeah.
Vivica A. Fox is in Kill Bill, and in it she gets murdered, but her little daughter,
Witnesses.
Uma Thurman, leaves her alive. And so they want to do like fast forward 20 years, and Zendaya would be perfect.
Oh,
to,
I love Zendaya.
Yeah. to
Talking
take
about the star
revenge.
power right
Yes.
now. Okay, I just had to say that.
Yeah, no, I'm here for it. That's a good. Put Zendaya in everything. She's
No,
my
and
red
Ireland
carpet
Baldwin
queen.
came out and released a statement in defense of her dad. Like, it's just Alec Baldwin. I mean,
So did Hilaria, but you know, her tweets only go so far.
Well, they've got like 5 little kids, like under 6 or something.
Yeah, and it said Alec Baldwin,
And I think it's mostly that I think that Donald Trump Jr. is coming so strong for him because Alec Baldwin does portray his dad on SNL a lot, and they're gonna take it where they can, and they got to make every dollar they can.
He's part of the liberal elite.
Yeah,
Well, and Eric's trying to get a little FaceTime right now.
Yeah.
It's
hard.
all been so dead in the water
Gotta-
lately. Nobody cares.
Yeah, gotta get your lumps where you can, I guess. I wouldn't personally do it for someone else's tragedy, but to each their own. The Trump family motto. But yeah, that it's just been insane, especially like the more and more facts that are coming out. That it's just, and it's so sad because the cinematographer, I think, was the one who died. Right, the
Yes.
director's gonna live. It sounds like, and then the cinematographer, she's in her 30s.
Helena
Yeah, very
Hutchins.
young.
Yeah.
So sad. And like there was like a little vigil I saw on CBS Sunday Morning. Like her husband had like a little vigil, and she just was just like full of life and wanted to do what she wanted to do, and just like it sucks and it's sad. And
basically saying, why do we need like these prop
why would there
guns
be real
now?
bullets on a set?
Right. When
I don't get that.
they weren't real bullets. It was blanks. But yeah, I don't see. This is what the whole story hasn't been released yet. I don't understand how a prop gun with blanks it misfired because it hit like 2 people.
Right.
Yeah.
So
the director and the cinematographer.
something had to have
I
happened.
read that there was like shrapnel or something in the gun, and so when the blank came out, it shot the shrapnel that was in the gun out, and that's what hit them. I don't know.
Interesting.
but
and I've seen several TV shows have immediately just banned live guns on set, and I was like, how many films and TV shows use live guns? I didn't know that was such a thing.
mean, CGI is so good now. Just get a plastic gun, and you can add the smoke and all that in
They're about to
there.
bring CSI and stuff back.
Oh my God, CSI.
Where's Mariska Hargitay? She'll figure this out.
No, that's SVU, sweetie.
Oh, there was no sexually heinous crimes.
No, the CSI is the guy, the dad, Reese Witherspoon's dad from Fear. I can't think of his name.
Oh, he's dead, isn't he?
No, he's coming back to the CSI. They're bringing him back, all.
Yeah, is it like CSI?
Oh, you're talking CSI. You're talking about
What city
like
is it
Gibbs
in?
or Harmon.
Yeah,
no,
there
Mark
was
Harmon is
CSI Miami, there was
Las
CSI Las
Vegas.
Vegas, and then there was
I'm thinking SVU.
there was CSI New Orleans. I don't know,
Trump
NCIS.
was involved. I assume there was a sexually heinous crime
Aren't
involved.
they all the same shows?
I mean, I
really?
can't believe that Law and Order SVU hasn't done something on that.
Didn't they just celebrate 500 episodes?
500 episodes, yeah.
Mariska Hargitay, and she's, I think, the second highest paid woman on television.
And she's a lesbian, right?
No, she's married to a
thought
really
she-
hot
Yeah, he's
guy.
really hot. He's daddy AF.
He was on SVU. At
Does
some
she
point.
play a lesbian? Why do
Nope.
I
No,
think
no,
She's with
they're trying to put her and
Stabler.
Stabler
Yeah.
together right now.
God,
Stabler's
why
wife
did I
died
think
in
she was a
Leave
the.
lesbian?
Olivia alone.
Oh my
No,
god!
I was happy.
Get Cable
She'd
back,
be a
girl. Bring
lesbian.
Cable back.
I mean, the highest paid woman on television is Ellen Pompeo. Just
That's right.
She's the
20
namesake of
years
Grace.
will get you that.
18. We're on 18.
She was barely on last season
Sorry, I
of Grace. They
fell
just put her in a
asleep.
bed.
I'm curious of what new storylines they possibly have.
Well, we've
Girl,
moved,
she's gonna. I don't want to give
we've
this
moved
away.
past COVID now.
But, yeah, my favorite thing about Grey's Anatomy this new season is they do a disclaimer on every episode saying that this is how it. Well, the first episode is how it started. Now they do it at the end of every episode. It says it's like Grey's Anatomy is this season is depicting a COVID-free world, which is currently not the world we're living in. If you have questions about the vaccine and whether or not you should get it or whatever, please visit this website because this is not the current state of things. Like it's literally a disclaimer saying that we are a medical show living in a COVID-free world, but COVID's still happening. It's very real. People are dying, and they're kind of tackling it in a sense of they're like, there's a shortage of healthcare workers. There's a shortage of all these things. And they're talking about because they're a teaching hospital, how the staff didn't get trained for the last year because everyone was just doing triage. And so it's a really interesting take on it, but it's still really good.
Is it?
It is, Eric.
And we have Dr. Addison Montgomery. We already said this.
Yes.
She is not staying. How long is this possibly going to last?
She's a special guest star. And
so she's the Heather Locklear of Melrose Place. Okay.
For an undisclosed number of
Until
episodes.
she moves back to Australia. Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. They've not brought Christina Yang yet. But
I want them to bring Benjamin
did
Bratt.
Christina come back?
no.
Oh, wait. That's a question I have about Grace. So do they mention Henry or she's married to Benjamin Bratt? Have they mentioned that at all? Or is it like the Roseanne thing, like it just never happened?
So I was waiting for that because I also, when I heard Addison was coming back, I had never watched Private Practice.
Oh, did you finish it finally?
I know Grey's Anatomy fans. I know. So I binged all 6 seasons in less than 30 days.
Look at you, Game of Thrones.
Yep, I did it. And so the episode where Addison came back, I had 2 more episodes to go, so I had to delay watching that Grey's episode for a couple days till I finished Private Practice. But so she mentions Henry. She mentioned he's a teenager now and he's obsessed with video games. And she mentions Benjamin Bratt.
Are they still married?
Yep.
Are they?
Yep. The only reason she's at Cielo Grace is because she's now trying to get. She's trying to do, how they do lung transplant,
Triple heart
transplant.
surgery for Charlotte and Cooper's twins or triplets. Like
those triplets are probably in elementary school, middle school by now. But no, she's trying to do a uterus transplant, so that way women who she's gonna get the Catherine Fox Award.
I cannot.
I'm here for
and
it.
her and Gray are like best friends, but they're secret rivals.
They had a moment where they talked about Derek's death.
I saw in the elevator.
Yeah.
Not a person that watches TikTok did not see that moment.
Well, I don't watch TikTok. I was born.
TikTok, Addison, your time's up.
Wow.
It sounds like her time's just coming back. And just like that, I think that we are at the end of our episode, boys.
Oh my God, it was so
Yay.
fun.
It
It
was
was
so fun to be back.
great to be back in the studio
Actual
together.
studio and not see your face on Zoom like, Josh, you're freezing.
Right.
You guys
frozen.
frozen. Know the number of times we had to pause, reset.
Let me go
like-
reset my
CJ dropped
Wi-Fi.
off.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Oh my God, my PowerPoint presentations. It was a
disaster.
Yes.
Worse than that airplane crash on Grace.
Oh, wow.
There are a few things worse than that plane crash.
Rest
Worse
in
Andres.
peace, Lexi.
Lexi.
And Mark.
I said Slexi.
Oh, Slux.
Grace
Shut
Sloan.
it down. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. First episode, season 3. We're hopefully going to be back in the studio all season long and bringing you lots of good little pop cultural tidbits and fun, more tidbits, because I can't think of another name because I'm a bottle of wine in.
And just shine like a Big Dipper, not a Little Dipper.
Just like that.
Be the Big Dipper. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. The best way that you can love us and like us is to share with a friend, coworker, family member. Like, rate, review, subscribe. Get your booster. Wear a mask when you're in Meijer. Wash your hands. Love you all. Goodbye.
Bye.